Welcome to Mid-America Christian University. Right now we are standing in the middle of our Welcome Center. This is really the hub of the university and one of the first places you'll see whenever you come on campus. We hope you can join us on campus soon, but for now we are excited to show you around what we call home. Entering into JASCO Chapel, you will see rows and rows of seats that are filled with students, staff, and faculty every Wednesday and Friday during the school year. Chapel is a special place where everyone from throughout the university can come together to worship and listen to a message. Sometimes messages are delivered by university staff and faculty, including our campus pastor or President Fozzard, but oftentimes we get to hear from others in the community, such as alumni, political figures, and business owners, just to name a few. In our MACU campus store, you can find all of the MACU gear that you need, including things for the family. There are also drinks and snacks in case you get hungry in between classes or while you're studying. We also have a partnership with Barnes & Noble bookstores where you can rent or buy your books online and have them shipped straight to the university. Our Student Center really is the hub of so many on-campus activities. Devos After Dark, which is a part of our campus ministries and spiritual development on campus, is held here and is completely student-run by our resident chaplains. We also hold pool, ping pong, and cornhole tournaments for students, staff, and faculty to compete and build community on campus. Other activities, such as movie nights and job fairs, are also held in this space. In the northeast corner of the Student Center, you will find open computers and free printing for students to use to write papers, study, or print off course materials before class. Our Student Success Office is just that, an office of individuals that want to help you be successful as a student at MACU. In this department, they offer free tutoring, time management mentors, and a writing center where students can submit their essays to be reviewed and proofed before submitting them to their professor. If you are a student athlete, this office also handles Evangel AAA, a great program that helps our student athletes remain eligible and on top of their classes, both in and out of season. Dean Morgan Thompson handles accommodations for our students with disabilities. The Student Success Office also helps all students in resume writing, reviewing, and preparing for interviews. Just this spring semester, we opened our eSPORTS gaming lounge with state-of-the-art technology and a fun gaming environment. Students can reserve times to play, and our eSports team also hosts different tournaments for gamers and non-gamers alike to compete in. In fall of 2020, MACU will be launching its own varsity eSports team with scholarships available to eSports athletes. There are 4 different varsity games offered: Rocket League, League of Legends, Super Smash Bros., and Overwatch. Cafe 1412 is where you'll find fellowship around food. During lunchtime in the school year, this room is packed with students eating with their professors, peers, and teammates. Pioneer Catering serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and our head chef does a great job of working with students who have dietary restrictions or students whose schedules don't allow them to make it during hot meal service times. The menu changes every day, but there are student favorites that are staples, such as Taco Tuesdays and Burger Fridays. At Mid-America, we want our students to be set up to do well. Our faculty are so easily accessible, both in their offices and with our 11-to-1 student-teacher ratio in our classrooms. Students have the opportunity to really get to know their professors, which helps them feel comfortable to ask questions. And faculty often become mentors to our students, helping them in the next steps of their careers after graduation. Kennedy Hall is one of our newer buildings on campus. Opened in 2014, this is where you will find offices such as registrar and financial aid, as well as classrooms and our library. Our library space has a full Mac computer lab with access to free printing for students, as well as 30% of the university's academic resources. The other 70% is accessible online to MACU students 24 hours a day for research and essays. The library is also a storm shelter that can hold all of campus and will keep students, staff, and faculty safe during inclement weather. There are so many resources that can be found in the library, including plenty of private rooms and open rooms to study or work on group projects. Student life is the center of the student experience on campus. This department works with student leaders across the university to create a community where students feel seen, valued, and known. Student life also focuses on student leadership positions. In our student leadership room, you can find interviews and meetings being held by resident assistants, resident chaplains, Student Government Association, Campus Activities Board, and many other on-campus organizations. Each of these groups allows students to use their leadership skills and influence to create change, collaborate, and bring students together to make memories. Another piece of student life is intramurals. We hold intramural sports in fall and spring semesters that students can be a part of either individually or by creating teams. Some of the intramural sports that we've held are sand volleyball, basketball, and flag football. Our 2 resident halls, Southwest and McCutcheon, are where our students live on campus. One of the top priorities of MACU is to keep our students safe while they are on our campus. One of the ways that we do this is the security of the residence halls. All on-campus students have a student ID, and that student ID is activated to allow them access to their building and their specific floor. All guests must have approval and must be allowed access to enter the building. On each floor of our resident halls, there are 2 resident assistants and a resident chaplain. The resident assistant's role is to create events for the hall to allow those living on the floor to get to know each other and build community. Another role of the RA is to ensure that all those living on campus have a point of contact if they ever need anything. Resident chaplains are on each floor to help provide spiritual growth and to partner with the resident assistants to create connectedness in the residence hall. In each room, there are typically 2 roommates, which are joined by a bathroom with their other 2 suitemates on the opposite side. In each living quarter, there is a twin extra-long bed with a mattress, a desk space with an office chair, and a spacious closet provided for each student. Within each room, there is also a small kitchenette with a sink, microwave, and a small refrigerator. Each floor also has a laundry room where washers and dryers are provided to students. At Mid-America Christian University, our athletic teams are top-notch. We are part of the SAC Conference and our NAIA Division I. We have competitive teams in men's and women's soccer, men's and women's basketball, softball, baseball, and volleyball. We take pride in our student athletes that have gone on to represent us and win in different arenas nationally. We also have a rowdy student section with a group of students called Red Rage, leading the cheers and school spirit for our teams. Thank you for joining us on our virtual tour. Our hope is that you can make the trip to campus one day, and our staff will be here to welcome you. See you soon, future Evangels.